How do you get to Europa Park, and is it an easy theme park to get to? Because it's in the middle of absolutely nowhere between the French and German border. Well, stick around for the rest of this video to find out if it's easy to get to and to find out how to get there. And let me just quickly teleport up here in Wales down to Basel in Switzerland, where what I can call quite a story is going to start right there. And we've arrived in Basel, I think it's called. I am really excited for Europa Park. I think it's going to be absolutely insane. Now, getting out of this airport was a little bit of a nightmare. They had us held at the doors for about 20 minutes, maybe missed my bus, but it's alright. As my hair's flicking already, I've not even been there 5 minutes, yeah. So I had to miss the bus because of it. It's alright, there's enough one in 5 minutes. Bus tickets are really easy to get. There is a machine literally right outside the entrance to the airport. Nice and easy, line 50 all the way down to Basel. I think that's how you say it. And then hopefully we will catch our train on time from Basel to Rust, I think it is.
Have the train ticket.
Right, so I've arrived in Basel. I've got to the train station. That was an absolute nightmare because for some weird reason, you're not able to book the train tickets on the ticket machine. Yeah, make it make sense. I don't know. But I've managed to do it now. It's really expensive to get down to Rust, Europa Park. It's about 40 quid one way. So yeah, this trip's really draining my bank account and maybe I'm regretting it already, but hopefully Voltron will be worth it.
Unser nächster Halt ist in Kürze Basel, Badischer Bahnhof. Tickets were converted.
So I probably should have explained a bit how to actually get what train to get to Europa Park, because it is quite complicated. I was just so caught up in the rush that I had 10 minutes to figure out how to do all that when I found out you can't use the ticket machine. So what you've got to do, you've got to get on the quality camera work that, by the way. So what you got to do, you got to get on the train heading towards Hamburg, which is all the way at the top of Germany, by the way. This must be a really long train if you're going all the way from Basel to Hamburg. Anyway, you got to get a train to Hamburg, change at Freiburg, and then from Freiburg all the way to Europa Park. But yeah, 40 quid. I'm still fuming about that. Absolutely fuming. I don't know why I keep doing my finger like that, but yeah, 40 quid. Just gotta do that.
Freiburg, der Ausstieg in Richtung rechts.
So I've arrived in Freiburg. It's actually really nice, to be fair. I wish I had a little bit longer here. This is where I need to get my connection to go to Rust, Europa Park train station. Small problem. The train coming out of Basel got delayed a bit. So I missed my connection to, what they call it, Rust. So now I've got to wait half an hour. The only problem with that, it's not telling me what platform I need to be on. So yeah, it's quite confusing. It's quite a tricky trip, this. I'll explain more when I get to the hotel later, but yeah, not a great start so far. And we have finally made it. Oh my days, what a journey. I've been travelling for about 11 hours today. I still got to sort the hotel out. I booked it through Revolut, so I'm expecting a few issues with that, like it was in Spain, but I actually cannot believe I'm about 3 miles away from Europa Park. I've wanted to go here for ages. The fact I'm finally here is mad surreal. It's been on my bucket list for a very long time. Getting here is a nightmare. Probably the hardest theme park I've had to get to so far. I'm not even there yet. So to actually get to Europa Park, there is a bus you need to get in the morning because, like I said, I think it's about 2-3 miles away from here. But this is like the closest place you can get without actually staying on site. And staying on site is about £2,000. So yeah, way out of my budget, not even going to think about staying on site But yeah, I'll show you how to do that in the morning. But now let's go and check into the hotel, which I'm a bit nervous about because the last time I booked something through Revolut, there was a few issues, but it did end up being okay, so fingers crossed. Right, so we have finally made it to the hotel. That took so long. I think about 11 hours worth of travelling today, but yeah, I am really excited for tomorrow. No problems checking in with Revolut, unlike in Spain. There was a few issues, but thankfully all good for me today. And as always, a little room tour. It's only a little Holiday Inn Express, but it's not too bad. I paid €85 for the night. Mirror, weirdo in a mirror, tap and sink, shower, just fair, toilet. I sound like a weirdo at the moment. There we go. There's all my stuff, get a bin. Somewhere to hang up all your clothes. I've only got about 2 t-shirts, mirror, nothing weirdo in it. We get a nice TV, curtains. Bed looks quite comfy. I'm not going to jump on it like a weirdo again. Can't see much out the window because it's night time. There's just a pointless curtain. Like, seriously, what is the point in this curtain? But yeah, it's a sick one. But yeah, not bad at all. So yeah, getting here was so hard, honestly. I'm always comfortable travelling on my own. I've been doing it for quite a while now, and it doesn't even feel weird anymore that I'm abroad on my own. I've been doing it that much, but even me today, I was stressing. I didn't know what platform to be on when I switched trains at Freiburg. So that was a massive bit of stress. Thankfully, it all turned out to be all right. I left the house at 9:45 this morning. 9:45, and I think it's about 8:30 now, German time. So yeah, quite a long day. But there are also a few other ways you can travel to Europa Park. For starters, you could easily drive it from the UK. It would take quite a few hours, but it's doable. There's also other airports you can fly into. You can fly into Zurich, Strasbourg, and Baden-Baden. But as this is my first time here, I don't know what the prices for the alternative routes to get here would be. But for this room with my Revolut points, which I explained how to work them in the video I made when I was in Spain a few months ago, go check that out if you haven't, to find out how to use Revolut points, because it is very handy. Because I paid £85 for 2 nights, and if I didn't have Revolut, it would have been about 200, and this trip wouldn't have been doable. It would have been way too expensive, even more expensive than it already kind of is. And then obviously, as you guys have already found out in the video, I paid £40 to get the train from Basel all the way down here. That's probably going to be another £40 when I go back on Thursday. So that's about £80 in total for the train. And then the flights were expensive. They were £160 for return from Manchester and back to Manchester. And then the theme park itself was £60 for the ticket. And I think I've got to pay another €4 to get the bus in there tomorrow. So yeah, it is a really expensive trip. Do I think it's worth it? I don't know yet, because I've not been to Europa Park. I can't tell you, but hopefully with the ride lineup like Voltron, Silverstar, Blue Fire, it looks insane. I've heard a lot of good things about Europa Park. The operations are meant to be incredible. Even on a busy day, you still have a chance on getting on most of the rides, which I am quite excited about. Woden as well, I forgot to mention Woden. Woden looks absolutely incredible. I was talking to someone in Alton Towers on Sunday. He was a roller coaster nerd, a bit like me, as you can tell. And he was telling me how amazing Europa Park is, and that's kind of why I've come here this week. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on for a bit now, and I'll catch you all up in the morning on the way to Europa Park. I cannot believe I'm saying that. Right, morning everyone. That's an okay sleep. The bed was very comfy, to be fair, but for some weird reason, the aircon was making like a rattling noise until about 1 in the morning. So yeah, didn't get loads of sleep last night, so I am quite tired. But before I end this video, I just need to show you all how to get the bus from Ringside, which is where I'm staying, to Europa Park. Also, if you are going to be staying in Ringside, it is in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Like, there's not a lot to do around here, so don't be expecting loads of activities other than Europa Park. I will tell you one thing though, there is this shopping centre right here, which is quite good. It's got a good shop, and that kebab house is absolutely amazing. That was a very good meal. I had last night, and one of the only places here you can have a meal. So yeah, very limited with your options. So to get the bus to Europa Park, it's easy as, see where that grey fence is there? That's where the train station is. And just around that corner is where the bus stop is to get the bus to Europa Park. Now, from what I've heard, I think the bus is cash only. So make sure you bring cash with you, obviously.
What?
It's probably the best one. Well, I don't know.
Right, and we have made it to Europa Park. I cannot believe we're here. That brings us to the end of the travel vlog. And you all thought that was the end of the video. Well, nope. When I was in the queue line for Voltron at the end of the day, I found out my flight got cancelled back to Manchester. So now, I was up for quite a while last night trying to figure out what to do. EasyJet offered me a free flight, but that provided a connection with that flight. So I've had to fly all the way from Basel to Split in Croatia to fly back to Manchester tonight, all in one day. I am very tired. Europa Park was very good. Go and check out the video I've made from Europa Park. It probably won't be out at the same time as this one. It's probably going to be out after this one. But when it's out, go and check it out because I had a really, really good day. But yeah, it's been quite a journey today. The flight from Basel to Split got delayed by 4 hours. And then when that plane I was going to get on was coming into Basel, it got hit by a bird. So that plane got took out of service and they had to find us another plane which delayed us by another half an hour. But yeah, I'm in Croatia now, which is quite funny. I didn't think I'd be in Croatia this week. To be honest, I thought I'd be at home right now. I'm rambling on a bit at the moment. But yeah, I thought I might as well show you what Split is about. To answer the question, was Europa Park easy to get to? Yeah, but it's got its complications. The trains aren't that clear on how to use them over in Germany, and it was quite frustrating, but I still had a good day. I definitely highly recommend Europa Park. It's absolutely amazing. Right, so I've made it into Split. This video's really taken a funny turn. I really didn't expect to be in Croatia. And what's even funnier, I didn't even know Split was a place. I've never heard of it before, but it is actually gorgeous here. I know I say that about pretty much every place I go to, but I actually mean it this time. This place is stunning. Like the scenery around it, the buildings, it is beautiful. It cost me about €22 to get the bus, to get a return ticket from the bus stop. I don't know, I'm rambling on. €22 for a return bus ticket, that's all I need to say. I don't know how much vlogging I'm going to do here. I've literally got about an hour until I need to get back on the bus, but I was not waiting in the airport for about 5 hours, I think it was, until my flight, so yeah, I had to do something. And I'm really glad I came here because it is really, really nice. What doesn't help though, I packed for cold weather on this trip and now I've come to quite a hot place. It's about 26 degrees at the moment. So yeah, I am struggling, especially with black jeans, but you know what, it's worth it. It's really nice. It makes up for all the delays I've had today. Today has honestly been the longest day of my life. It's going to take some beating. You know, right, I need to make sure I don't go too far here because the bus I'm getting back to the airport is the last bus to the airport, and it's at 8 o'clock. So I need to make sure I don't walk off too far, but it's so hard not to because I've never been here before. I don't know what's here because I didn't know about it. So all I want to do is explore it. So it's really, really, really hard not to. Right, so my phone's gonna die and I need for battery for the airport, otherwise I actually will be stranded. So that means it's the end of this video. It's been quite an insane trip. Really, really stressful and chaotic, but at the same time probably the best trip I've done, just because of how random it's been. I mean, why am I in Croatia? what am I doing here? But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure you check out the vlog from Europa Park. It seems like ages ago since I was last in Europa Park now, because I'm not far away from it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.